What's up, guys? Teddy Striker here, and this Saturday, Tyson the Gypsy King Fury is taking on Oleksandr Usyk, finally for all the belts in the heavyweight division. This is a great boxing fight. I don't think there's been like an undisputed champion in maybe like over 15 years. It's been a while, but this Saturday, unless it's a draw or they do some weird stuff, there should be an undisputed champion. And I've seen on the odds that Tyson Fury is like a slight favorite. It's very close. And I personally feel like it should be the other way around, where Usyk is a favorite, especially when you look at their last couple performances. Tyson Fury didn't really look good against Francis Ngannou. Even against just Derek Chisora, it was alright. It wasn't anything special. Usyk, he beat Daniel Dubois. And I think before that, maybe his last was against Anthony Joshua the second time. So he's looked pretty good in those fights, and I feel like he should be the favorite. But in this video, I want to talk about how Tyson Fury can beat Oleksandr Usyk, because no one has beaten him before. Same with Tyson Fury, but with Tyson Fury, I feel like we've kind of seen some type of game plan as to how to beat him. But I'm gonna talk about how Tyson Fury wins. But before that, I want to quickly talk about what makes Oleksandr Usyk so good and why he's undefeated right now. Firstly, Usyk is always in motion. He's constantly moving, whether it's his head, his hands, or his feet. He's never a stationary target. He's always moving, and that's one thing that makes him so great. Something else is his defense. He's got some of the best footwork in boxing, in my opinion. He always keeps his hands in the right spots. He knows how to change positions, change angles when he's getting pressured. And he's just very, very solid defensively. Usyk is also good because he's got a very, very good lead hand. He's a southpaw and he uses it very well. He's very active with it. He uses feints. He does a great job of fighting the hands of his opponent and basically taking away their lead hand, so that he only really has to worry about their backhand. And he has a very, very great right hand, lead right hand. He also has great combinations. Like the way he puts hands on his opponent is just incredible. He just mixes it up so well. And he can do that in like the early rounds, and he can do that in the later rounds too. He's got great cardio, and also he's got great accuracy. He's able to find shots very well on his opponent, and he just lands at a very high rate whenever he throws. So basically, Tyson Fury has a very, very tough challenge ahead of him, but he can win this fight. And the first way he can win, the first key to victory for him, is to use feints, change the rhythm. Oleksandr Usyk, he's very, very good, and he's kind of like a momentum fighter. Once he starts like getting his timing, his range, and everything, he's gonna go and he's just gonna like put a pace on you, hit you with a bunch of shots, move around, just frustrate you, and you can't let him just have his way. So you need to disrupt his timing and his rhythm by using feints and just make him guess as well. The second key to victory is to win the hand fight. Oleksandr Usyk, like I've said earlier, he's really good at hand fighting. That's how he controls a lot of his opponents, and that's how he gets his offense going. But you can win this by getting your hand higher than his, like punching his hand out the way, or not engaging in the hand fight, so that you don't allow him to get that control of you. And it should be easier for Tyson Fury because he's taller than Usyk, so he's gonna be able he's gonna be higher than Usyk. And Usyk, to win the hand fight, he's gonna have to bring his hand higher than Tyson Fury, which is gonna be harder to do. But I think that Tyson Fury is gonna be able to win the hand fight and just take away his lead hand. The next key to victory for Tyson Fury is to pressure Oleksandr Usyk. Usyk he's got great movement, but this guy, he's originally a cruiserweight, and I believe the last time he fought, he was like under 230 pounds, while Tyson Fury in his last fight, he was like 270 pounds, or maybe 276. I can't remember what, but it was definitely out there. So you've got about like a 50-pound weight advantage over Oleksandr Usyk, so you can kind of bully him and like rough him up. And also, Usyk is a lot better when he's the one going forward and like pushing the pace, because he likes to use those feints. He likes to use that lead hand. He likes it to be in like the center of the ring, so he has enough space to back up safely out of exchanges. And especially because he was like he's a smaller heavyweight, use that size a bit and like bully him a bit too. The next key to victory for Tyson Fury is to dirty box. Usyk is clean, he's very technical, and I think he's a better boxer than Tyson Fury simply because he was a cruiserweight, and guys in lighter divisions are typically more skilled than the guys in the higher weight classes. So make that up by, being dirty a bit. I'm not talking about like elbowing him like he did with Francis Ngannou, or potentially like spiking his water, or putting some stuff in your glove, or taking the padding off his glove like he did with Deontay Wilder. But just like, get in the clinch, lean on him like he did do with Deontay Wilder, and start like slowing him down, because I think Usyk has a cardio advantage over Tyson Fury. He seems to live a clean lifestyle, where Tyson Fury, we've seen him party and stuff, and eat burgers and stuff like that, and drink alcohol, snort cocaine, all that type of stuff. So he's not gonna have the advantage in terms of cardio wise, and yeah, he's just not gonna have the advantage. So use all that mass on Usyk, weaken his legs and everything. The next key to victory for Tyson Fury is use body work. Go to the body, slow him down. Because again, Usyk is very fast. He's got great cardio, but like some of his opponents in the past, like Derek Chisora and Anthony Joshua, they had some success landing to the body of Usyk, and Usyk didn't really have an answer for that. He just kind of went into the clinch. But like I mentioned earlier, Tyson Fury can just like, hold him down, maybe go for a guillotine here or there. Just lean your weight on him. You're like 279 pounds or 276 pounds, whatever. So yeah, use that body work. And then when he gets into the clinch, like lean on him too. Get him even more tired. The next key to victory for Tyson, the Gypsy King Fury, is to control the pace early. Oleksandr Usyk, he's a momentum fighter. Once he starts getting going, he's like an avalanche. He's going to come down and just blast you with a bunch of shots. So you want to control that early and don't let him get going fast. This is going to be a hard fight for Tyson Fury. So he better be in the best shape of his life. And that's what he seems to be in. So I'm expecting Tyson Fury to come out there and control the pace. Don't let Usyk, fight his fight. Fight your fight. The last key to victory I have for the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury, is to use a jab. Maybe the most important thing out of this breakdown, the most important thing that Tyson Fury needs to do if he wants to get his hand raised, is to use a jab. The jab is the best weapon. He's got like a 7-inch reach advantage over Oleksandr Usyk, so use your jab. Disrupt Usyk. He's always in motion, but there are some times where he's standing still, and that's when you can, flick that jab out there. And if you use your feints to, use that jab, it's gonna land. And Tyson Fury has got some great feints, and he's got a great jab. So perfect match made in heaven. So to recap how Tyson the Gypsy King Fury beats the big doxer Oleksandr Usyk. I'm kidding. He's not a doxer, but the cat Oleksandr Usyk. Tyson's gonna have to use feints. He's gonna need to win the hand fight. He's gonna have to pressure Usyk. Dirty box, make it dirty. Body work, control the pace early, and use your jab. If Tyson Fury can do all these things, obviously a lot more, because Usyk is very complicated, I think he can win this fight. But in my personal opinion, I think that Oleksandr, the cat Usyk, is actually going to become the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. I think that he's more skilled than Tyson Fury. I think that Tyson, he does it harder than Usyk. I think that he definitely has the strength advantage because of, 50 pounds heavier than Usyk. But I think that Usyk has a speed advantage. He's got the skills advantage. I think he has a better fight IQ in terms of making adjustments and, knowing how to win rounds, because he's had a very, very long amateur career. Like, he had like over 400 fights in there, and he didn't really lose that many fights. And I think that, Tyson Fury is pretty skilled, but I think Usyk is more skilled. But in this sort of matchup, a very, very close matchup, I think it's going to come down to who's got better conditioning and who's got a greater will to win. And I personally think that that's Usyk. He's been chasing Tyson Fury for a while now, while Tyson was just, getting greedy out there, trying to fight like these guys for money. Like, he tried to take on an easy fight with Francis Ngannou, but then he got humbled. And I just feel like he could be on the decline too. Like he looked like, hey, Francis, he went out there and he did what he was supposed to do. But I think that Tyson Fury, that wasn't the Tyson Fury that knocked out Deontay the Bronze Roman Wilder. I think that was a different Tyson Fury. Like the Tyson Fury that fought Deontay Wilder in the second fight, till this day, that was his best, like, career best performance. And until this day, he hasn't looked the same. And I feel like he's just slowing down. He's on the decline. He's had too many burgers, too many drinks of wine, Coca-Cola, everything. He's just not as dedicated as Oleksandr Usyk. Usyk really wants to become undisputed. Tyson, he doesn't care about the belts. He just cares about money. He's definitely let that get to his head. I think that Usyk is going to win the decision. I'm kidding. I don't think that Tyson Fury is, let all that stuff get to his head. But I do think that he is starting to get on the decline. I think that his, Kronk style, where he comes forward, puts pressure on opponents, beats them up, that classic style, I think that, putting that much weight on him has slowed him down. Because before, he was, dancing around the ring, making people miss. He was, recreating Muhammad Ali's, rope-a-dope. It was incredible. When he fought Deontay Wilder, or the first time, or Vladimir Klitschko. He had great footwork, great movement. But now, he's kind of became a bully fighter. But I think that in this fight with Usyk, it's actually going to help him, to be honest. But I think he might be a bit too slow for Usyk. And I think that he's going to need to mix up those styles. Use that jab, use those feints from that old style. But at the same time, bully him. Use those tactics that you use on Wilder. Maybe that could work. But I feel like Usyk, he's going to have some trouble early with the distance and the range. But Usyk has to just, blast him with body shots. I think use those feints, use that footwork, keep that movement going, and eventually get your timing and just get after him. Because once Usyk gets going, I don't think Tyson Fury is gonna make the adjustments with Ngannou. Ngannou, after the fourth round on, no disrespect to Ngannou, but he wasn't really doing anything too different. It was kind of the same thing over and over because it was working, and Tyson Fury just didn't make the adjustment. And I also feel like Usyk has been fighting better competition, and we've seen Wilder get beat by Joseph Parker. We've seen what Anthony Joshua did to Francis Ngannou. We've seen what Francis did to Tyson Fury, and we've seen what Usyk has done to Anthony Joshua. So I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm just hoping to see a great fight, but I got Usyk by decision.